What if you could give your baby girl a beautiful, elegant name, but also a cool, boyish nickname? Here are 20 beautiful girl names with boyish nicknames, plus their meanings, origins, and a fun fact about each one. Let's begin. Charlotte. Nickname Charlie. Origin French, from Germanic roots, meaning free woman. Charlotte is the feminine form of Charles and has been used by European royalty for centuries. But in us, Charlie gives elegant Charlotte a completely different personality. Charlotte sounds classic and regal, while Charlie feels friendly, energetic, and modern. Alexandra. Nickname Alex. Origin Greek, meaning defender of mankind or depender of the people. Alexandra comes from the Greek name Alexandros and is the feminine form of Alexander. By Pfaff, Alex is one of those nicknames that work so naturally for both girls and boys that you may not know someone's full name until they tell you. Josephine. Nickname Joe or Joey. Origin French and Hebrew, meaning God will increase or God will add. Josephine is the feminine form of Joseph and has a sophisticated vintage feel. Panpak, the nickname Joe became especially memorable in literature through the independent and ambitious Jo March in Little Women. Francesca. Nickname Frankie. Origin Italian, meaning French woman or free one. Francesca is the Italian feminine form of Francisco, but in back, Frankie has gone from an old-fashioned nickname to a stylish unisex choice. It gives the romantic-sounding Francesca a playful edge. Samantha. Nickname Sam. Origin English, meaning commonly associated with God has heard. Samantha became specially popular in the English-speaking world during the 20th century. Panfa. Sam is one of the simplest gender-neutral nicknames around. Will can become Sam, and Samantha can become Sam too. Theodora. Nickname Theo. Origin Greek, meaning gift of God. Theodora comes from the Greek words theos, meaning God, and doron, meaning gift. In fact, Theodora has ancient royal history, but Theo makes it sound surprisingly modern. It's a gorgeous combination if you love vintage names with contemporary nicknames. Maxine. Nickname Max. Origin French and Latin, meaning greatest. Maxine is traditionally considered a feminine form of related to Maximus. Fun fact, Max is short, strong, and punchy. It's a great example of a nickname that can make a vintage feminine name feel instantly modern. Stephanie. Nickname Stevie. Origin Greek, meaning crown or garland. Stephanie is the feminine form of Stephan, which come from the Greek name Stephanus. Fun fact, Stevie became specially recognizable as a feminine nickname thanks to legendary singer Stevie Nicks. It has a full artistic rock and rolled vibe. Jacqueline. Nickname Jack or Jackie. Origin French from Hebrew roots, meaning traditionally interpreted as stepflanter. Jacqueline is the French feminine form of Jacquins, the equivalent of James or Jacob. And in fact, Jackie has long been used for girls, but using the shorter Jack gives Jacqueline an even bolder and more unexpected nickname. Danielle. Nickname Danny. Origin French and Hebrew, meaning God is my judge. Danielle is the feminine form of Daniel, and in fact, Danny and Donnie sound almost identical, but the spelling can completely change the feel. Danny is especially popular as a feminine or gender-neutral nickname. Veronica. Nickname Ronnie. Origin Latin and Greek traditions, meaning commonly associated with true image and she who brings victory. Veronica is an ancient name with a long history in Christian and European tradition. Panpath. Roni might make you think of Ronald, but it works surprisingly well as a nickname or Veronica, giving this elegant name a fun retro tweet. Andrea. Nickname Andy. Origin Greek, meaning associated with brave, strong, or courageous. Andrea comes from the same Greek root as Andrew. Then back, Andrea is particularly interesting because its gender usage changes depending on where you are. In many English-speaking countries, it's commonly feminine, while in Italy, Andrea is traditionally masculine. Georgia. Nickname Georgie, or George. Origin Greek, meaning farmer or earth worker. Georgia is the feminine form of George. I'm bi. Georgie is already its sweet nickname, but George gives Georgia as much more unexpected tomboy style. Harriet. Nickname Hari. Origin English and French from Germanic roots, meaning home ruler or ruler of the household. Harriet developed as a feminine form related to Henry. Panpuff. Harry sounds traditionally masculine, which makes it an especially surprising nickname for the classic and vintage Harriet. Eunora. Nickname Leo. Origin European, associated with Eleanor and related name traditions, meaning often associated with light, though its exact historical derivation is debated. Eunora has an elegant, almost royal sound. Panpa. Leo literally feels like a nickname with personality. It's short, energetic, and also happens to be the Latin word, or lion. Winifred. Nickname Freddie. Origin Welsh and Old English traditions, meaning commonly associated with blessed peace or peaceful friend. Winifred is a vintage name that's been around for centuries. Fun fact, Winnie may be the obvious nickname, but Freddie is an unexpected choice. It turns a traditional vintage name into something quirky and cool. Wilhelmina. Nickname Beely or Will. Origin German, meaning resolute protector. Wilhelmina is the feminine form of Wilhelm, which is related to William. Panpack. This name is a nickname lover's dream. Wilhelmina can become Willa, Mina, Mini, Will, or even Beely. Edwina. Nickname Eddie. Origin English, meaning rich friend or prosperous friend. Edwina is the diminutive form of Edwin. But Eddie has traditionally been associated with names like Edward and Edwin, but it gives Edwina a wonderfully unexpected vintage cool nickname. Aurora. Nickname Rory. Origin Latin, meaning dawn. Aurora was the Roman goddess of the dawn, making this name strongly connected with sunrise and new beginnings. Panpack. Instead of the more unexpected nickname Aurora, many parents love Rory. It turns the dreamy princess like Aurora into something short and adventurous. Olivia. Nickname Olive. Origin Latin and literally English usage, meaning associated with the olive tree. Olivia has a famous literary history and was used by William Shakespeare in Twelfth Night. Planback. Leave and Levy are commonly nicknames, but Oli is the more unexpected choice. It gives the very feminine Olivia an adorable tomboy twist. So which combination would you choose? Would you go classic with Charlotte and Charlie, romantic with Francesca and Frankie, vintage with Theodora and Theo, or an unexpected with Eunora and Leo? Comment your favorite combination below and tell me what girl name has the coolest boyish nickname. And if you love discovering beautiful and usual and meaningful baby names, subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.